At the Bank of Uganda, we have been able within these 12 months, these last 12 months, because I've been there for exactly now, I think 367 days. So I've completed 1 year, and I can attest that the year has been very fruitful. The major achievements we have been able to register is that we have been able to control prices of goods and services. We have ensured price stability. And of course, you know, the mandate of the Bank of Uganda is ensuring price stability and also ensuring a sound financial system in the support of socio-economic transformation in Uganda. So at the bank, we have been able to control prices of goods and services. Inflation is currently 3.4%. That is headline inflation. Core is 3.8%. So we have been, in other words, we have been able to control inflation within the medium-term target of 5%. So this one we have done, and it is very easy to see. A bag of cement, as you know, has been 34,000, 32. It has not changed. Yes. Actually, a bag of cement has not changed almost for the last almost 15 years. For almost the last 15 years. So this means, what does this mean, Mildred? It means that you can plan. You can plan to construct your house, your apartments, your whatever you want to do in terms of construction or real estate, and be able to complete even within 2 years
because
without any price changing.
Will still be almost in the same
without any price changing. Then number two, we have been able to have a sound financial system where our financial sector is very stable. We have not had any disruptions in the what you call SFIs, in the regulated financial institutions, in the supervised financial institutions. In fact, we are able even to regulate big circles, the circles in the category of able and others. Yes, we now also regulate big ones. We have been able to regulate big circles, and also we encourage any other circle or any other financial institution that requires regulation. Because what does this mean? It means that you will not have any knock-on effect. And also, when you are properly regulated, the advantages are that you are going to access very, very serious advantages. One of them is that you will have transparency. You will achieve transparency, you will be stronger accountability, you are going to have stronger recognition, and therefore, it is important for financial institutions to really be regulated. It is all advantages. There is no disadvantage at all in being regulated.
When you talk about the positivity in the economy, of course, there are external and internal factors. Internal factors that you can control as the central bank, but there are also extrinsic factors that could come that are beyond your control. What do we attribute this stability that you are talking about to, both internally and externally?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mildred. The major drivers of this stability, of course, we have talked about inflation. We have talked about
the financial markets.
There is also the real economic growth. We have made sure that there is stability in growth, and this is about 6.3%. We are projecting it to be about 7.0% next year, running up to, if we are able to have oil and gas, then we are projecting it to be above 10%, above two-digit growth. The drivers of this growth are largely two. The domestic factors is that we have very strong monetary policy. We have got very strong tools which manage money supply, which manage the economy as you know it, which manage the availability of money in the economy. These are quite many, we can't bring them here. But in brief, we have a number of instruments. We have a battery of tools which we put in place to ensure that the shilling, the Uganda shilling, is very stable. And for 29 countries followed by Bloomberg, African countries, this shilling is the strongest currency in these 29 countries. And this has been achieved because of very strong tools which we use to ensure that the supply of the money within the economy is very balanced with the way the economy is growing, such that you do not have any mismatches. And this has helped to control prices. And because once you do that, do you know what you do? You create confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, now you create confidence. Now, this confidence attracts both domestic and foreign direct investment. And among the foreign direct investors are the ones we call offshore investors. These are the portfolio investors. They bring in now money here. They even within, you can imagine, even within this electioneering period.
Yeah.
The shilling has been, actually the shilling has been the strongest. Why? Because of the confidence in the economy, because of the confidence everyone has in the economy, both domestic investors and foreign direct investors. And because of this, they continue bringing money here to invest in Bank of Uganda or in government securities.
Okay.
And once you do that, then you cushion the shilling. The shilling is very well cushioned. Then the other external factor, of course, is the remittances. We have people, our brothers and sisters who are working in very many countries outside Uganda, the diaspora community. They bring here about $1.7 billion per year. Then we have tourism. Tourism has completely been revitalized. It has been revamped. And tourism is bringing here $1.6 billion per year. Why? Because of the confidence in the economy, because of the peace and security created in the country, you have a lot of tourists. The tourism arrival, currently we are competing with Kenya, you can imagine, where
Sure.
we would think that Uganda, because of lack of being landlocked, you don't have those beaches, you wouldn't have got to such a number of tourists. But we have $1.7 billion in tourism.
Okay.
Then you have, the other factor is coffee. Coffee receipts have registered, can you imagine, $2.4 billion. And this is the first time the coffee subsector has crossed $1 billion US.
Yeah.
We export
The
now.
last year we had
Last year was
received
about
850 billion or
about
thereabout?
900. Yeah. But this year, $2.4 billion. And it did about 9.2 million bags of 60 kilograms each.
That have been.
So the government needs to be congratulated for increasing production as well. Because our quality of coffee is very, very high. In the world, we are the third highest in quality and the eighth in production. So we have increased both. In terms of production, 9.2 million bags of 60 kilograms each. And also we are producing very high quality coffee. Sometimes our coffee is used also for blending other
coffees
types of coffee across the world.
The reason I was asking about internal and external is because we are not an island. And I'm trying to look at what you look at the economic stability strategies that you can be able to deal with as Bank of Uganda to prevent any likelihood coming in from external threats. I do remember the time when the Russia-Ukraine war had just set in. Of course, there was a lot of destabilization, including many other happenings globally that directly do affect us. How are you strengthening different strategies to ensure that we are cushioned from any global threats, if any?
No, thank you very much, Emiru. The major threat that we have, of course, in terms of economic stability, is the disruptions in the global supply chains, particularly for oil and gas supply chains. So you need to ensure that nothing happens in the Gulf of Hormuz and there is seamless flow. There is smooth flow of oil and gas products. But obviously you cannot control that. But fortunately, we have not had any serious disruptions in the global supply chains of these products. So once you have oil and gas once you have oil and gas flowing seamlessly, then there is very few disruptions in this sector. The other clear factor, of course, which we all know, is climate change. And Uganda, fortunately, we are not very much affected by climate change. We have very good weather. God gave us water bodies, except it is us who are not looking after these gifts properly. So you have now people who are having agricultural practices that are not appropriate. You have now people who are depleting the environment. You have people who are exploiting the forest and other biomass materials. So this now brings a problem. But otherwise, we really do not have a lot of problems in terms of our location.